Hi and welcome to this Yoga for Runners class. My name is Lauren. I'll be joining you on the mat just to take you through a nice flow. Specifically if you're a runner, it's going to be really nice to get into those hips, stretch out any tension you might have. So when you're ready, join me on the mat. We're going to take a soft position in a Sukhasana pose, just a nice easy cross-legged pose. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can definitely sit on your knees or take any position sitting on your mat that's nice and comfortable. When you're ready, just check in softly with your breath. Close down your eyes to feel nice and safe and focused in the space that you're in. Roll your shoulders back and really sit up tall with a nice straight spine. Lifting up from the crown of your head. Interlace your fingers in front of you and then push your hands away as you curve your back, stretch to the spine, create loads of space in between the shoulder blades. And then as you exhale, swing your hands around to the back, interlace your fingers again and then push them away towards the ground as you open up through the chest. Inhaling nicely and just taking in all the energy. Exhale to repeat, bring your hands around to the front, interlace your fingers and push away, stretching through the back. And exhale to swing them around, opening the chest, dropping the hands down. Repeating one more time, moving through a nice deep breath and steady rhythm. Last time, hands come behind you, interlace the fingers, push them towards the ground. And then exhale, release, just shake your hands down by your side. Take some circles with the spine, and we just want to really start to open up the spinal mobility. So as you take circles, push your chest forward, around to the left, and circle it back, bringing it around to the right side. Do 2 in one direction. Slow circles, just really getting into the neck as well, stretching out any muscles you feel tight. Once you come back through neutral, you can take your circles around to the other direction, starting moving to the left, coming through center, over to the right, and circling back. Time, gently make your way back through a neutral position, sitting up tall and coming through a nice few seated cat-cows. As you inhale, tuck your chin to your chest, push your spine back, and exhale, arch your back, opening the chest and gaze forward. Repeat this 2 to 3 times, using your breath to move through every pose. And last time, coming back through a nice neutral position, shaking out, rolled in the shoulders. Inhale to sweep your arms up and overhead, reach out of the hips, and then send it for a spinal twist. Drop your right hand down behind you, gaze over your right shoulder and drop your left fingertips in front. Inhale to sweep your arms up and over to continue on the other side. Left hand comes behind you, reach up and over that left shoulder. Last time, bring your hands back through center, up and overhead. Drop your left hand down and sweep your right arm up and overhead for a side body stretch. Inhale to curve the spine, sweep your body through the center to lift up and over the other side. Right hand comes to the mat. Exhale to release your body down, swing your upper body through the center, and place your both hands on the other side so they're facing the top of the mat. As you release your legs from Sukhasana, bringing them around to bring your knees to the mat, so you're finding yourself in a tabletop position on all fours. Engage your core and peel your right leg off, extending it out behind you. Exhale to bend the right knee into the chest, curving the spine, and inhale, extend. Exhale to curve, inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend through the leg, long spine. And last time, curve knee to nose. Extend your leg out long, bend into that knee so your toes are pointing to the ceiling. Peel your left arm off and out in front of you, and then as you swing your left arm back to clasp the right foot, push the foot into the hand and then lift away, creating a nice stretch in the back, opening through the chest. Exhale once more to release the hand from the foot and gently replace them down onto the mat, coming through tabletop and ready to repeat on the other side. Engage the core as you peel the left leg off, extend it out behind you. Inhale, knee to nose. Extend, and inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, really point through the toes, kick your leg away, and bring it in, knee touches nose. extend your leg out and exhale to bend into that knee. Release your right arm now off in front of you and then swing it around to clasp the left foot into the right hand. Create pressure in between and kick the foot into the hand as you create more space in the body. And exhale to release. Gently placing hand and foot back down onto the mat. Readjusting back into that all fours position. Bring your left hand into the center of your mat and inhale to sweep your right arm up to the ceiling. Exhaling to sweep it down and underneath the left arm, dropping the shoulder blade all the way to the mat and threading the needle through to get a nice stretch in the shoulder blades. Following through your next exhale, release that right arm back up to the ceiling. And then swing your arm back down and through once again, same side, dropping shoulder blade, releasing your left hand out in front of you. And then for a further challenge of balance, you can extend your left leg behind you, using your core to keep you upright. And deeply inhaling, drop your left knee back to the mat, plant your left hand and swing your right arm up to the ceiling one last time before placing it back down onto the mat, bringing it into the middle of your mat. And then sweeping your left arm up to the ceiling, this time swapping sides, dropping your left shoulder blade down and under, and then extending your right arm out in front of you. Exhale, plant that right hand back down, push yourself up, sweep your left arm up to the ceiling. And once again, threading the needle through, dropping that left shoulder down. If you extended your leg on the other side, go ahead and extend your right leg out, balancing on your toes. And breathing softly. And last time, plant your right hand, drop your knee gently back down, and then sweep your left arm up to the ceiling, placing both hands back down. Tucking the toes, hovering the knees 1 inch off the mat before pushing your hips back to your heels. And then inhale, come back to all fours. Exhale, push your hips back to your heels. And then pushing up to all fours, just creating some nice heat in the thighs. Continue this movement one last time before pushing your hips back to your heels and then sending them high to the sky for a downward facing dog. Take a nice stretch in downward facing dog, pedal out the heels, check in with your breath, take a nice generous bend into the knees, and then begin to release the right leg up to the ceiling, creating a nice 3-legged dog, bending that knee, letting it hover in the sky. And inhale to stretch, tap the right leg down to the mat, inhale to swing it back up, 3-legged dog. Engage your leg, point through the toes, exhale to bring it back down to the mat, tap the toes and swing it back up. Continuing this with the right leg one more time as you tap the toes down and then swing the right leg up for 3-legged dog. Straight away bend into that knee and create circles with the knee, 2 to 3 here, as large as you want to make them, just to really get into that hip and opening up the hips. One more circle as you stretch your leg high up into the sky, and then exhale to bring the knee all the way down to the outside elbow, so right knee to right elbow. And then as you inhale, step the right foot up in between the hands, take a moment in your runner's lunge. Carefully drop the back knee to the mat, lower the hips as you engage your core, sweep the arms up and overhead. Strong gaze forward. Inhale as you lift up out of the hips, and then exhale as you lower down into the hips. Pull your arms down by your side and inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, creating mobility in that hip flexor. And inhale as you lift, bring your knees back to that 90-degree angle, and then lower once again into your hips. Send your upper body forward, sweep your arms up and overhead. Taking this moment to sit in that nice deep stretch. If it's most comfortable and you kind of want to get a challenge into that hip flexor, really opening the hips, place your hands on your glutes and breathe as you lower into it, let gravity do the work. And on your next exhale, release your hands from your glutes, sweep them overhead and place them down to frame either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes, peeling the back knee off, and then with your weight in your hands, step that right foot back to meet the left. Lower your knees with control and push your hips back to your heels, and then lift them high for a downward dog. Taking a quick moment to check in with how you feel, pedaling the heels to the mat, and then exhale to ground into that right leg. Sweep the left leg high for three-legged dog. Bend that knee, let it hover in the sky for just a moment. As you take a nice inhale, stretch the leg and then tap the toes down to the mat. Inhale to swing them back up. Exhale, tap the left foot down. Exhale, lift it up for three-legged dog. In your own time, tap the toes to the mat and then swing it up. Last time as you tap the toes down, really engage the leg, make it long, point through the toes, send it up to the sky and then bend the knee. From here, just go ahead and take those circles like you did on the other side. Keep a generous bend in the knee and just create circles to really open the hip while in downward dog position. Take one final circle here before extending the leg up to the ceiling. Last time in a strong three-legged dog, as you bend into that knee once again, bring left knee to touch left elbow before exhaling and stepping it up in between your hands, facing forward on the mat, coming into a strong runner's lunge. Gently drop the back knee, sweep the arms forward, up and back to come to a nice low lunge position. Really focus on lowering that back hip to the ground. And then inhale as you lift, come out of that front knee, and as you exhale to lower back into it, bring those arms down to that 90-degree position. Inhale to lift, and exhale, lower, engaging the lats, engaging the back, using the core as well, all the while moving through this nice fluid hip movement. Release your arms the next time. You lower the hips and then swing them down to come up overhead. And if you place them on your glutes, the last time we stretched on the other side, go ahead and do so. Just add a nice bit of pressure and then let gravity do the work as you really feel that right hip flexor open. As you inhale, drop the arms down to come up. Plant them down on the mat, framing the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift that knee, and then you're going to step the back foot up to the top of your mat where we'll join together in our forward fold. Generously bending into the knees, giving the legs out a nice shake, and then swing side to side as you hold the elbows and release your lower back here. Shake the head yes and no, holding no tension in the neck. Inhale to release the hands, plant them on the mat as you gently, keeping that bend in the knees, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae in your own time and meeting in a standing position at the top of our mat. Splay your palms forward, lift up tall from the crown of your head, roll your shoulders back and bend generously into the knees. Shake out the legs if you need to. Focusing in on the present moment. Inhale to sweep your arms down to come up, slightly lift the gaze. Lift it out for a back bend, reaching out at the hips, and then exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms, step the right foot back, step the left foot back to meet it, and then lower gently through your chaturanga. Inhale to sweep it up for an upward dog, and then exhale to push through to your downward facing dog, hips high to the ceiling. Swing that right leg into the air and then quickly bend it as you bring it back to step it up to the top of your mat, followed by the left, moving through our forward fold and then sweeping your arms up and overhead once again, continuing back down to a forward fold. Inhale, bring your fingertips to your shins, lifting halfway, and exhale, plant the palms to the mat, step the left foot back, followed by the right foot, lowering through your chaturanga, elbows tight to the body. Coming up for a nice baby cobra as you drop your chest all the way to the mat, and then lower, tuck the toes, push up to your power plank to build that nice bit of strength, and then send the hips back for a downward dog. Inhale to sweep the left leg up into three-legged dog, bend into that knee and send it up into the chest. Step it up in between your mat and follow with the right foot. Inhale, fingertips come to the shins, and exhale, forward fold. Sweep your arms up and overhead, bring yourself into a standing position, and exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms and hop back into a plank position. Tuck the elbows in and lower for your chaturanga. Inhale for upward dog or baby cobra, and exhale, lower to the mat. Once again, push up from your knees or to your plank and meet in downward facing dog. From downward dog, step the right foot up into your runner's lunge. Gently drop that back left knee. And from here, using your fingertips, you're just going to stretch and extend out of that right leg. Bring it into a nice hamstring stretch. Flex into the front foot. Keeping your body nice and upright, just really feeling that stretch. And then as you exhale, bend back into that right knee. Coming into that previous position where we're stretching the hip flexor. And inhale, continue, extend the right leg. Moving through a bit of mobility here in both the hip flexors and the hamstrings. And the next time you bend into that right leg, bring yourself forward, lower the hips, plant the palms, tuck the back toes, and lift that back knee off once again. Before stepping the right leg back, coming into your plank and holding your plank for a second, just checking that posture before swapping over and stepping the left foot up to the top of the mat, lowering the back right knee, releasing the toes, and then continuing through that nice mobility stretch. Once again, extend out of the left leg, inhale to bend into the left leg and lower the right hip down. Exhale, extend the leg, really flex into that foot, and inhale, come forward, lower the hips. Repeat this one more time, really using your breath to feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings. And then come forward, plant your palms on either side of the foot, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee off, and then step the right foot up to meet the left. You're going to step your feet out as wide as the yoga mat here, lowering into a nice Malasana pose, so bringing your hips as low as they can go and your hands together in prayer in front of your heart, placing your elbows just in front of your knees. Taking a quiet moment to check back in with your breath. And as you inhale, bring your hands down to the mat. I'm just going to extend the legs. So you're coming into a forward fold with the legs slightly wider. And then exhale to lower the hips down once again. And inhale to stretch. Exhale to lower, bring your hips all the way down to the mat, and then exhale, stretch. Heel toe gently both feet back into the center of the mat. Plant the left foot and then step the right foot back. Pivot both feet to face the long edge of your mat, and then bring your hands off, coming into that low side lunge. If it's uncomfortable on your Achilles or your heel, you can place a cushion or a book under your foot, or you can stay on your tippy toes, and then engage your core. Plant your palms down and walk yourself over to the other side. So your left leg is extended here, flex into that foot, and gently lower your both hips to the mat. Swing both legs around to come in front of you. Stretch them out long and wide, give them a nice little shake. Sit up nice and tall, flex the feet, sweep the arms up and overhead. And softly exhale as you place your hands back down by your side. Bend into your right knee, bring that foot all the way up into the inside of your left thigh. Place it there, and then as you inhale, fold over the left leg. Bringing a nice stretch into that left foot and relaxing the upper body down. Peeling the upper body back up to seated position, and then just swapping over the legs, extending your right leg out, give them a nice shake. Bend that left knee up and bring the foot into sit on the inside of the right thigh and fold over that right leg. Really use your exhale to further into that stretch. And then softly bring yourself back up to seated. Release both legs long out in front of you. Plant the palms slightly behind you. And then as you place the weight into your hands, lift your hips, keeping your legs straight. Squeeze your glutes, push your hips high to the sky, and come through a reverse plank position. Inhale to lower. Bring your glutes back down to the mat, and exhale to lift. Allow your head to fall back, really open your chest to the ceiling, and inhale to lower. Repeat this one more time. Strongly plant the palms as you squeeze the glutes and push the hips up to the ceiling, and exhale to lower. Swing the legs around and back behind you as you ripple your body forward and come onto all fours. So finding you're facing the front of your mat. From all fours, tuck the toes and send the hips high for that downward dog. We're not here for long, as we then take baby steps to the top of the mat from a forward fold position. Inhale to sweep your arms up and overhead. Bring the hands together in prayer, and then swing them back down by your side. Generously bend into the knees. Peeling the feet off, lifting your right knee up and into your chest, sending it out to your side, and then sweeping it back down. You can place the hands on your hips here and just create standing circles of the hip with that right leg. Checking in on your balance again. Bring your right knee into your chest and then swing the leg back behind you, clasping right foot with the right hand, just getting a nice stretch into that thigh. Picking a point of focus in front of you to concentrate with that balance, and you can extend your arm up by your side or out by your side to help. Inhale to release the leg, give it a nice shake out. Regain your stance, place your hands back on your hips, and then peel your left foot off, bring the left knee up and into your chest, and then send it out by your side, opening it, returning it down, and then repeating those circles, just bringing a nice openness into the hips. And you can again extend that right arm out by your side or up by your ear, whichever is easiest with the balance. From here, send your left foot back, clasp it with your left hand, and really pull your foot into your glutes to feel it in your front thigh. Inhaling nice and deeply, focusing on your balance as well as the stretch here. And then on your next exhale, release your hand from your foot, place your foot back down to the mat, sweep your hands forward and back, bend into the knees, and just create gentle mobility. Inhale to face forward, stand tall, bend your knees to sweep your arms up and overhead, really reaching out of the hips. As you exhale, side out through the mouth, forward fold. Place your palms down on the mat, sweep your hands up now to come overhead as you send your glutes back, finding yourself in that Utkatasana chair pose. And then lifting your right heel off, step your right foot back into a nice strong high crescent lunge, arms over the head. And then you're going to peel your arms out by your side, looking over your left shoulder. So your left arm comes to the back and your right arm's at the front. As you exhale, continue your right arm down, place it on the mat, and then send your left arm up to the sky, creating a nice easy twist in the spine. Release your back knee down to the mat, kick the back foot up towards your glutes, and then catch it with your left hand. Once again, pulling your foot as close to the glutes as possible, and that's comfortable without forcing anything for a further stretch. Release the hand from the foot, allow the foot to fall back down to the mat, sweep the arms around, tuck the back toes, plant yourself from that runner's lunge, and then step the right foot back up to meet in a forward fold. Once again, as you send the glutes back, sweep the arms up and come back into that nice chair pose. We'll go straight onto the other side, so peel your left heel off, step it back into the high crescent lunge, arms are over the head, before sending them down and out either side of the body. Left arm comes in front and right arm behind. Inhale to peel the left arm down, plant it on the mat, and splay the right fingertips up to the ceiling. Before gently dropping the back knee, swinging the back foot in to clasp it by the hand, so your right hand is clasping left foot, and then gently pull it towards the glutes. Aiming also here to get your hips close to the mat so you feel an overall stretch through the hips and in the thighs. Exhale, release hand from foot, swing your hand back around, tuck the toes, taking a moment from runner's lunge before stepping it back into your plank and straight into our downward facing dog. Not here for long, as we ripple high up onto the tippy toes, send your upper body forward into that plank and lower through chaturanga into up dog. Exhale for a downward facing dog. Repeating a nice fluid vinyasa once again. Inhale, lift high up onto the tippy toes, ripple your body forward, move through plank, tuck the elbows and lower for your chaturanga into either baby cobra or up dog. And then exhale, final time, we send our hips to the sky for a downward facing dog. Gently with control, lower your knees all the way to the mat, push your hips back onto your heels, and then just swing your legs around to the side, facing either the side of the mat or the front of the mat, wherever is comfortable for you. Sitting up nice and tall, and then separating the legs, bringing the soles of the feet together, finding ourselves in a nice butterfly position, How far away your knees are from the ground does not matter. Don't force anything. It'll be nice to end the class on this stretch as your hips will be feeling more open. So in your own time, just lean forward, bring your upper body over the legs, and feel a nice soft stretch and release through the back, through the shoulders and the hips. Inhale to come up to seated, and then exhale, walk your hands out in front of you, really collapse down and allow the body to melt. Last time, gently walk yourself back up to that seated position. Release your legs from butterfly and just again come into a nice seated position, whether it's Sukhasana, cross-legged, or onto your heels. Take a moment to wiggle out the upper body, take a few circles with the spine, shake out the hands, shake the arms, and just release everything. Thank yourself for getting to the end of the class. And go ahead and stretch out your spine and your chest again, just how we begun. Interlace the fingers, push them away, open the chest, and then relax back down. Swing your arms up and overhead for the last time. Join them together in prayer. And then as they sit in front of the chest, take a small moment for yourself. For whatever reason you took this class today, if it was to get rid of a bit of tightness, improve your flexibility, or a pre-warm-up or post-cool down, you did show up and you did it for you. So just thank yourself and take a moment. Bow our heads together and say namaste as we close the practice. Thank you so much for joining this class and choosing to take the class. I hope you liked it. Feel free to leave any feedback and subscribe if you wish to follow any of my other classes. They will be released weekly. Thank you and enjoy.